Peace and blessings, family. Welcome back to another episode of Learn with Shavern. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into today's episode because I want to talk about something that I have mentioned in my previous videos to you guys about this age of artificial intelligence, right? And all the downfalls and stuff that kind of come along with this. Okay, so first, I get real excited about stuff like this because every time I tell people something like, "Hey, pay attention to this. This is gonna transpire," right? And it happens. I be like, "See, I told you. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our quote of the day first. Life will give you whatever experiences are most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. Okay, so what that means, let's say, for example, let's say finances are an issue for you. Okay, you constantly run into financial issues. Well, if that's applicable to you, maybe you need to observe your spending habits. Maybe budgeting is something that you're meant to learn in this lifetime. Controlling your spending, having control of your impulsive spending urges, right? So if that is your current situation, the lesson there to be learned is exactly that. And this can not just, it doesn't limit itself to finances, okay? The life experiences can be even emotional turmoil. Let's say somebody creates jealousy in you, right? Or you think that certain things happen and this person is intentionally making you jealous, or whatever the case may be, okay? That's an emotion you must overcome. Why are you jealous? What creates the jealousy? Are these really feelings of insecurity manifesting itself in the form of jealousy, right? There's a lot of things to address there. So understand, taking all your experiences, I always tell you guys, look through the eyes, observe your experiences and do not look at it through the eyes of your experience, right? Okay, now jumping into the story, and I'm gonna circle back about that, but I just couldn't contain myself when it comes to this story right here about this artificial intelligence. Okay, I will make sure I post a link below. So I am grateful for all of you guys who have been subscribing, liking, sharing, and adding me on Patreon. This story happened in South Korea. The reason it was published was because an American journalist by the name of Linda Moulton Howe, Emmy Award-winning writer, filmmaker, all of that good jazz. Like, this is a woman who does her research. Like, she is thorough when it comes to her finding out stories. So check out what she found out. So in South Korea, 4 artificially intelligent robots recently killed 29 scientists in a secret laboratory in South Korea. The story gets even deeper than that, okay? When you watch the video, she talks about how one of the scientists, okay, let me take a step back. One of the robots got a gun and shot 2 of the scientists. The third scientist dismantled that robot, disarmed it, started taking apart all of the other robots. The one robot had 1 robot left. That last robot somehow tapped into one of the satellites and downloaded information to start repairing itself and killed that scientist along with others. Now, remember in one of my previous videos when I spoke about Pepper, when I talked about all of these artificial intelligences that are being created to be a part of factories, and they're going to start replacing common mundane human activities. I mentioned this in my previous videos to you guys. Look at what's coming to fruition again. Be mindful of these things and check out when it's happening. We are currently in a time, as humanity in general, in America, we are transitioning in terms of politics, right? The culture is transitioning. The land is transitioning. The people are transitioning, okay? This story with the robots hit home. It was so crazy to me because this is not common knowledge. As I told you guys, even about Pepper. Why wasn't the whole story about Pepper presenting in front of Parliament, why wasn't that front page news? But you know what made front page news? And no disrespect, George W. Bush. Not only did that make front page news, but they stopped the post office service, they stopped the garbage trucks, all of that stuff for this man's funeral. But we don't hear nothing about these artificial intelligences that's out here killing people, right? We don't hear about that. Black people in America, or melanated people, in America, we out here concerned about police gunning us down. We need to be worried about these artificial intelligences that's going to make their way over here to come at us too. Okay? Please, people, be mindful, be prepared. If you live in a state where you have the right to bear arms, please do exercise your right. Go to the gun range. Don't buy those new Jordans. Take that $200 and go practice shooting. Go to a gun range. Learn your aim. Like, for real. Like, we are really in some serious times right now. And we're in serious times to a point where, like, these things are happening. And you know what people are doing? They concerned with their Instagram and their Facebook, and they concerned with their Twitter and all of that stuff. That's what people are doing, because society has been overwhelmed with so many distractions that people don't take the time out to sit. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, I am an individual who hermit mode is my station. I enjoy staying in, right? So I enjoy seclusivity. I enjoy spending alone time, and when appropriate, I'll indulge and have my human interaction and gather my experiences when I need to. But this is the type of stuff that I feed my mind, paying attention to the things that may affect me in the future, that may affect my son in the future. Okay, if artificial intelligences are acting out now, my son is 6 years young. What are they going to be doing in the next 24 years? Am I raising the slave of a future robot? No. My son will be mentally empowered. Okay, and that's what we all should be doing. We should be mentally empowering not only ourselves, but especially our children. We need to be preparing them for this right here going down. We need to be preparing them, because I'm not gonna sit here and preach to y'all we in the end of days type of thing, because it's not that. It's not no end of days type of stuff. It is the ending of a type of day. Okay, the type of day where man was running the world, that may be coming to an end. All right, like, serious talks. Please, people, be mindful. Be mindful. I cannot stress that enough. Be mindful. It's train yourself on something. Get a new art. If maybe this art is your strength and this art is somebody else's weakness. Group think. Napoleon Hill always says the mastermind concept is coming with one or more minds to come together to help heighten the idea, right? If you guys go to church, an example of this is group prayer, right? When you ever notice, like, when a group of people are praying for this one person, how miracles start happening? Why is that? Because of the energy that they're fostering, because of the mastermind concept they are utilizing unbeknownst to them. Okay, so as I stated from my original quote about circumstance, I just want to throw that out there about the robot thing, but it's all relevant. It all ties in, because these are the circumstances under which we are currently living in. These are the circumstances that are shaping what it is that our society will look like in the future. And it's really important that we are mindful and attentive to these things that are shaping our future, especially for the sake of the future generations, right? We want to prepare them as much as possible. Like, they're not going through the things that growing up, if you an 80s or 90s baby, like, these new age kids are not going to have the same challenges, the same experiences, the same culture. They're not going to have none of that with you. Okay, even a 10-year age difference is a huge gap in terms of culture, popularity, all this other good stuff. So you have to take that in mind. Whatever the age gap is from you and your child or children, you must be mindful that that's the same gap of time that you must account for in their future to help prepare them, because you're preparing for the unknown. But the way that you know is by looking at what's happening right now and being attentive to those things. Okay, so peace and blessings, family. Don't forget, say your affirmations, say your prayers. Understand that knowledge is power. I can't stress that enough. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you grow. You feel me? So peace and blessings. I wish y'all lots of positivity. I send light and love your way. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing.